This short clip is from my live trading room. You can engage directly with my fabulous team and me at LaDucTrading.com for all our research and trades. Or for just my daily live streams, you can access via YouTube memberships. All links are in the description. Not even one day of ceasefire, but we've got Trump basically going back and deleting the Truth Social post that had Iran's 10 points on it. And in a nutshell, this is how the White House reacted to attack the outlets. No, this is not a joke. To attack the outlets, the media outlets that posted Trump's Truth Social post about the 10 points. So the secretary, their press secretary, went on and attacked the media. Trump went back and deleted the post. And then this morning came out and said this: it's all fake. It's all fakes. Hoax, evil losers. Yeah. So it's sad. It's really sad. But if I don't laugh, I'll cry. So anyway, that is the essence of it. It didn't really exist. So this morning we have lots of confusion on this fragile ceasefire. Market is still kind of stuck in this mechanical stasis of, are we going to do this? And crude, as you can see, is still pushing into $100. So got supported once again at that 91. So here's our pre-market. We had the second largest oil drop in 35 years. And I might also mention that just a few days prior, Binance was listed with its oil futures, 100 times leverage. They also have gold and silver. By the way, those listed just before the January drop as well in gold and silver. They're not tied to any physical, and they have already 150 billion in transactions. So they're used and abused by insider trading and grifters. So it's working. It's causing great disturbance in our normal operating, which are never really that normal. We got algos. We got all kinds of insider trading that's unpreventable. But the point is, this one's really glaring. So oil had its second largest drop in 35 years. Binance listed its oil futures with about 100 times leverage. By the way, none of their futures are tied to physical delivery. None. So, and yes, the Binance guy, money laundering crypto founder, pardoned by Trump last fall. Yeah, that guy. And then minutes before Trump's ceasefire post at 7:05 a.m. on Monday, we had a very large oil trader come in at 6:49 a.m. New York time and sell 6 million barrels of Brent and West Texas Intermediate, so WTIC, what I'm showing you right here. This resulted in a huge move, obviously, from the ceasefire post, and this particular trader has basically made 16 trades right before an intervention tweet and 16 times walked away with massive gains. So in case you're curious, this was in Bloomberg, by the way, so I'm talking about 6 million barrels where you'd normally have in the futures market about 700. So it was a very large strategic insider trading type of deal. At the same time, 6,000 contracts came in the ES, in the futures market, worth $2 billion in notional value. And they didn't stop there. They also went long the DAX, the Euro stocks, the NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, and Nat Gas, all in the futures market. Massive insider trading just before Trump's tweet at 7:05 a.m. And here we are. All right, so this is playing out as we expected. This is a grifting insider trading type of market, and it's very headline driven. And the algos go wild, and then the mechanical buying and selling also enter. And what we have are a whole bunch of folks that don't know about this grifting market, and they don't know about mechanical quant insensitive CTAs or algos. They don't know any of that stuff. They just see the market's near all-time highs, and they think credit Trump as doing a great job or whatever. So this is my point. Everyone is very suspicious about the ceasefire itself, as it was just a means, it seems, to make a few folks just gobs and gobs of money. And we need to watch what happens for sure with the dollar. This is kind of key right here. We're kind of still settling on this level. And I had warned we could go all the way back down here, but I don't think we're going to dump and completely reverse lower. But definitely we have to digest here and move up for the market to see headwinds. We drop here at 98.8, let's call it, and we can head back down to this big orange line in the dollar, which is around 98. So right now, how that is a huge yo-yo. And by the way, Trump also said he could control the dollar like a yo-yo. And this is very, very inversely related to equities. Yields also, we are likely going to see this climb higher. We've got CPI on Friday, which is tomorrow. We had some data in this morning, but not as instructive or disruptive. In the meantime, yes, oil hit 91, it's pushing 100, and gold is stabilizing. It's not very exciting, big picture. For lots of reasons, volatility has been just sucked out of that instrument. And now we've got the equity market that is staying right above SPY 673 and Q's kind of dodging this 606 level. So we did come back inside. We are underneath. And we also saw what happened yesterday with VIX. We basically bounced from 20 back into 22. So you can see that level right here. This is the XN, but let's show you the VIX. All right, so here's VIX. We came down to that 20 and a half, bounced into 22 and kind of sat here. So this is basically it. This is Thursday. We're waiting to see, for me anyway, how this is going to fashion itself, but it's sitting right here on that trend line and it closed exactly there at 21. So yeah, I am looking for this stabilization or this bounce to peter out starting next week. But this week it's obviously still in play and we have a lot of earnings coming up next week. Basically, the JP Morgan caller also, JP Morgan caller is, remember the one that was rolled? They sold the call, the short call at 68.65. So where are we right now? 67.70. We have not broken down below the 67.55. And we have a positive gamma right now. We went from negative to very, very positive. And now we have basically 6,700. So we're already above it. We're right. 6,700. It used to be 6,650. Then it was now at 6,700. And we are obviously at 6,770. So we are firmly positive and we need to keep it that way if the market's going to bid into new all-time highs. I would say we really have to get above 6807. And I think that's going to be tough, because that is where we literally held before we broke down. So a bounce back into 6807 is my top line bet. I'm wrong if we get and stay above it, but I'm expecting that would be where we reject. So that's the upside. Right now we're underneath this big orange line of 6770, holding in that kind of neck of the woods, but we haven't given sway. We would really need to break. You can see over here 67.55 for a chase short, and that's basically how it looks for the SPX. And then of course we've got that JP Morgan June short call at 68.65. So that's way the heck up here. They sold basically up here and then they bought a put spread.
Join Club to trade with Samantha. Scan this QR code or click the link in the description.